to the virtual groom. My name is Jack, your host, and today I am bringing you another shaving video. And I've thought about it, and I think I'm gonna release this as a tag video. The tag is going to be, why do I wet shave? This is an important subject for me, and I think loads of people have different reasonings as to why they've got into this and why they've kept doing it. I'm going to go over some of mine. The person I'm going to tag with this is CDB. I look at him as a bit of a pioneer for our community. He's very active within the community. Everyone follows his videos for the most part. Chris, you are tagged. I'm very curious to hear why you enjoy wet shaving so much, why you've stuck with it all of these years. A great start to this tag. So, what am I using before we get into the actual main purpose of the video? I'm going to be using kind of the theme as to why I love this style of shaving so much, and this is Sanctum by Oaken Lab. A state of calm, just a calm scent. The way I would describe this, I get like a really dry sandalwood with a bit of rose. There's almost like a papery aspect to it as well. I can't quite explain how he's done that. It is a very calming, still scent, if that makes sense. It's absolutely beautiful though, and that's the soap I'm going to be using, and that is in the Oaken V3 base. My razor is going to be the titanium Christopher Bradley, and inside that I have a third use Astra SP. And we're going to get just loading here and get started as to why we enjoy wet shaving. So this isn't going to be the most structured tag video. I'm not going to say list 5 reasons why. I'm just going to say I want you to tell me why. There might be more than one. There might be only one. There might be 10. And if that's the case, that's perfectly fine. Everyone loves this for different reasons, and that's something that makes humans unique. The brush I'm using today is the Declaration B5, and this is the Dark Amethyst. So let's start with number 1, and I think this is the most obvious one. Results. Before I started doing this, I'll show you what I used to shave with. Once I finished loading, it was I used to shave with something that kind of took all of the joy out of the actual shave for me. It got the job done with no irritation, because that was an issue I was having. The razors I was using prior. And to be honest, now I look back at it, it was just poor technique. I could use those same razors now and probably get perfectly serviceable shaves from them. But back then, a bad workman blames his tools and not the workman, sort of analogy. But I looked for something that I could take the pain out of shaving, and I started using that. It gave me the shaves I need. Like, it definitely reduced hair, but they weren't close shaves. Like, they weren't good shaves like I get now. I'm gonna overload this soap a bit just because I want to lather for a decent amount of time. Some of you may think, why would you want to lather for longer than you have to? Because I like it. Yeah, so that's what I would say. Results, just the overall level of results just massively improved once I started this, and I noticed that really quickly. Don't get me wrong, like the first few shaves, you're probably going to be pretty bad at this style of shaving, but anyone that's new, I massively encourage you to keep going, because those shaves will improve for sure. I mean, I think it took me a good amount of time really before I become even a bit proficient with this. 6 months maybe before I started getting consecutive irritation-free shaves. Could be less for some people. I have fairly sensitive skin, so it definitely took me a while. And that kind of goes into that, I guess, another singular point. The irritation I used to get kind of went away after I started this. I had more issues with my skin than I have now, for sure. I'd have like quite a lot of discoloration in my skin, and just what we're doing here, although we're not actively partaking in skincare, a lot of the products we're using are better for the skin than your average everyday shaving gel or shaving foam. They just are. Objectively are, in my opinion. And because of that, you notice an improvement in your skin. I look at photos from 2 or 3 years ago, and I can see how much my complexion, my skin has improved. And to be honest, while that probably isn't the most important thing to me, it's definitely an aspect to keep doing it. You only have one skin, you know? it's not gonna be in good shape forever if you don't look after it, so it's definitely motivation to keep doing it. There's almost a dusty aspect to this scent, which I really, really like. I know that sounds a bit obscure, but there is, and it's beautiful. So yeah, that's what I would say, really. Those two kind of lead to another one. The overall experience of this, and that kind of encompasses a lot of other, I guess, sub reasons. There are more important reasons than others. The results is one thing, but I think I could go back to carts now and get pretty good shaves. In fact, I have done. I've got really good shaves with carts in the last couple of years after kind of adopting the traditional method. So it's more to do with the experience for me. I love the way the brush feels on the face. I love the way the single blade just glides over the skin. I love to smell the soaps as I'm doing it. It's a sort of thing where it is almost like a state of calm for that period of time. And for anyone that doesn't know my background, I'll get into it a little bit. For a lot of my life, I've lived either a very busy life or a very stressful life, and I'm very someone that has suffered with like big bouts of anxiety. I still get it occasionally, and shaving is an art of mindfulness almost. You know, it's the sort of thing where I can get here in the bathroom and focus on nothing else. Like, if you focus on the sensations whilst you shave, the feeling of the brush on your face, you know, the smell of the soap, you'll find yourself in a really calm way almost. And I think that's really good, especially considering how a lot of people are now. You know, a lot of us live very busy lives, very little time for ourselves. These, you know, 10 to 25 minutes every day, every other day, however often you shave, can be a big difference maker, really, depending on the sort of personality you have. So for me, just the way it makes me feel, the art of taking care of yourself, not only in a very practical way, through skin healing and just overall skin care that this method of shaving provides. Look at this lather, by the way. Beautiful lather. But the way it makes me feel mentally, it makes me feel calm. It makes me feel mindful. And what is the art of mindfulness? I think it really does apply to shaving. The art of mindfulness is a mental state of awareness of the very present moment you're in. And the reason why, so I don't so much have it when I do these videos because I'm talking, but when I'm here on my own, I really take my time. I take even more time because this is me time. I get in here, I relax. I really focus on what I'm doing. And there have been times in my life where I've been pretty stressed and pretty anxious, and the shave is the thing that cures it. And I think that's a really beautiful aspect to what we do. And it's something that applies to me a lot. And to be honest, that's the most important part of shaving for me. It's the way it makes me feel. It's a reset of the day. Because I feel I could get decent results now with the cartridge razor. Probably couldn't before. This way of shaving has definitely taught me how to shave correctly. But the way using a cartridge razor makes me feel is completely different. And ultimately, it's almost, well, not even almost, it just is therapeutic to me. It makes me leave the bathroom in a better way than I entered. And it does that every time. And ultimately, that's why this is something I now commit to for the rest of my life, because I'm always going to need to shave to a degree. Why not do it in a way that makes me feel better? You know? Another big aspect is the sense of community. We have a pretty small community here. It's not the biggest community, but it's definitely a community, you know? I think I've met some really cool people in the traditional wet shaving hobby. Some really honest people. Really nice people, and I think because of the type of hobby it is, it doesn't attract the same type of person. So everyone is pretty different, and I think that's a good thing, because you know, meeting different people and socializing with different people can only be a positive thing, I think, for you. To all of the people watching this video, you can be a YouTuber, you can not be a YouTuber, whatever. I want you to put in the comments why you enjoy wet shaving. What means a lot to you about partaking in this way of shaving. It can be sheerly logistical reasons, you know. I like the results it gives me. Or it can be more mental state reasons, like I gave you, which is the most important part for me. I'm curious to see what you guys say, because it's done a lot of good for me. I have to say, like I've made a ton of good friends. In a time where I first moved here and didn't have any, frankly. Don't get me wrong, I still have my friends in the UK that I've had for many years. But when moving to a new place, it's good to make friends with someone who's at least living on the same island you are, you know? And wet shaving definitely gave that to me. It gave me employment for a while, which I'm eternally grateful for. And yeah, it's fantastic. So that's my reasons, really. Results, the way it makes me feel, the sense of community. What about you? You tell me. As always, guys, I'm gonna clean up the gear, wash my face, and I'll be back to the post. I'll see you soon. Hey guys, it is post shave time. What a good shave. And I can almost feel like any tension release from me after I dry my face. I feel my shave. It's tranquil. Let me show you what I used today. So my soap was Sanctum by Oaken Lab. I love this. Very calming, very tranquil, as I just said. It's almost like a dusty sandalwood rose scent. It sounds strange. You'd only really understand what I mean by smelling it, I think, but it's lovely. The V3 base by Oaken Lab is one of my favorites. My brush, was the Declaration B5 Dark Amethyst. My razor was the Titanium Christopher Bradley by Karve Shaving Co. And my post is going to be the matching Sanctum aftershave splash, which we're going to apply now. I love this splash. It's just so soothing. Some of you don't really care about skin food, but I love the way it makes my face just feel. And it's long lasting. I find myself just touching my face all day. So having a nice face makes me feel pretty good. Well, nice feeling face. I'm probably not the most attractive guy in the world, but at least my face feels good. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. As I said, please tell me why you love wet shaving so much, why you're in the hobby, why you like to be part of the community, what it means to you. I very much appreciate it. Put in the comments section below. Yeah, I guess that's everything from me. My name is Jack, your host from the virtual groom room. Wherever you are in the world, have a wonderful day, and goodbye for now.